my name is Hunter and welcome to Hunter's Books. So today I'm going to do a quick wrap up of April and then I have a book haul to quickly do. So I'm just gonna jump right in. So the first book I finished, I guess, I started the month before, and that was Daughter of Spoken Bone. This is a reread for me, and I just recently purchased the whole entire trilogy, so I wanted to reread the first book and just continue on with the series, but it didn't really work out that way. I think I got halfway through the second book and I kind of got tired of it and just set it down. I was going through a horror movie kick, so I started reading horror books. But this, as I get off topic, this is definitely a 5 out of 5. Second time around, it was definitely just as good. This is about angels and not necessarily demons. They were called chimeras, I believe that's how it's pronounced. It's definitely really good if you like modern fantasy, like a mix between, and I really like the setting of, I want to say Russia. I like the culture, I like the names, I just really enjoy this series, and Akiva is really cute. Anyway, so I don't have a copy of the other two because I picked them up from the library. The first one that I had read was The Presence by Eve Bunting. This one was a little bit disappointing. It was a ghost story, a romantic ghost story about this young girl who spends a Christmas with her grandmother, and she meets this boy who says, "Hey, I can hook you up with your dead best friend. I know that you didn't get to say goodbye properly. There's some unfinished things that you want to say. I can let you move on." Sorry about the cat. And the ending was just a little bit too blurry, I just found it wasn't as good as it could have been. It had a lot of potential to go somewhere, and it just really didn't. I was a little disappointed. I think I would give it a 2 out of 5 stars for that one. But the second one I read, which I only managed to read 3 because I was really busy with drama we were performing, and then I just kind of took some downtime. So this is the last book that I managed to read last month, and that was 10 by Gretchen McNeil. This is a thriller, the whole thriller, like the teen thriller of like these kids are on an island and someone starts killing someone. This was surprisingly really, really good. There was characters where I immediately hated, characters I immediately liked. The ending was definitely a big twist on things. I wasn't prepared for the ending and how it turned out. It caught me off guard completely, which is something that most horror movies do not do for me anymore because I've seen so many and I just know. I can predict the outcome. And this book managed to really catch me off guard, and I'm honestly really impressed with this, and I want to check out Gretchen McNeil, find if she has any other horror books, which I'm kind of doing right now. Anyway, I'm done with that. So that is, I would say that I would give that definitely a 5 out of 5 stars. It was brilliant, and I do plan on eventually buying my own copy of that book. But for now, I have about 9 books that have come to me on Book Outlet, which is the best thing that anyone has created for book lovers, because if you don't know what Book Outlet is, it is a store that takes books that maybe they have a lot of them, from what I believe, so the authors don't really lose money. I don't think that's how it works. Is it the authors profit from it? Oh well, because I know that some bookstores or some outlets, I guess you could call, don't really help authors, and it's not a very nice thing to do to the authors, but I believe that this is a little bit different. They're really cheap. They're 50% off. They're cheap books, and it's definitely one of my favorite stores of all. So, just gonna I'm so excited for this. So many papers. This is just packed. It's really full. Like, let's see. I think the most expensive thing in here is $6. Yeah, $6.49. The rest are $3, $2, and $1. So it's not. It's actually really good considering some of these are hardcover. I think there's only 1 or 2 hardcover in here. So we're just gonna jump right in. The first books I see are the second and third book of the Lunar Chronicles, which I bought Cinder and I got into it. I enjoyed it. It was really well written. I liked the characters. I just wasn't in the mood for storytelling. So this summer I plan on just binge reading it. Hopefully I will eventually get my hands on Winter. So Scarlet is the second book and then Cress is the third book. I'm actually looking really forward to this. I've heard nothing but good things. I'm not usually a big fan of a story retelling. I have, I think, 2 or 3, give or take, on my bookshelves that I have actually picked up and read. I think for the most part I enjoyed, from what I'm looking at, I enjoyed Alice in Zombieland, which is a story retelling of Alice in Wonderland and zombies, and then Tiger Lily by, I don't know what her name is, I know her last name's Anderson, that's all I can see from here, and then Ash by Melinda Lowe, and all those books I thoroughly enjoyed. So I've had nothing but good luck from a genre that I would normally pick up, I would normally never pick up. So, let's continue. This has been on my Goodreads for a long time, and I kind of forgot about it, and I seen it, and I was like, hey, I'm going to pick this up. So this is Paranormalcy by Kiersten White. I know nothing about it except for it's paranormal, if you can tell by the title. The next one is, oh, I didn't realize that she was the author of The Duff. Okay, so I watched The Duff, I really enjoyed it. I've been looking at Duff. I didn't get The Duff, but I got Shut Out, which is kind of like a battle of the sexes with like who can last longest without sex, and it's just a nice little high school read that, you know, summer is coming up. I don't normally read this kind of stuff in summer, but you know what, who knows, maybe I just want to read a nice romance. So I got that. This one was really cheap, and I'm actually really excited about this because I have read one of her books before and I really enjoyed it. I don't know if I would enjoy it now, but, and another one of her books that has been on my Goodreads and I could have got, but I didn't. I'm rambling. So this is The Memoirs of a Teenage Amnesiac by Gabrielle Zevin. Obviously she gets amnesia. I believe she falls down the stairs, she wakes up, she forgets, and it's like her second chance to redo things. And that, it was like $1.99. How could I say no? And the next book is Anti-Goddess by Kendare Blake. I have her, where is it? Anna Justin Blood duology. I read the first book, absolutely adored it. I have the second one, it's on my TBR pal, so I can kind of binge read her. This just sounds really interesting. This is, from what I understand, Greek goddesses. I have Percy Jackson. I read the first book in Percy Jackson. I know I'm really behind on that. But I actually kind of like the Greek mythology. When I was a kid, I was absolutely loved it. I loved learning about in school. I just never really continued on learning about it. Anyway, so the next book, I have her Hush Hush series, and it is Becca Fitzpatrick. And I really adored the Hush Hush series. It's about angels, and I really adore angels. So she came out with this new book, Black Ice, and from what I know, it's a thriller. I've kind of been in with the thriller genre, with horror movies. I've just been in the mood for some. I believe this is about a young girl who goes on this exploration through blizzard terrain, and her ex-boyfriend wants to come with her, and things take a turn for the worst when they get followed by murderers and stuff goes down. It sounds interesting. I kind of like the cover. It's really pretty. The new one I kind of like better, but let's be honest, this was like $3 for hardcover. I'm sorry, I'm gonna take this one. I don't know I'm gonna read any of these because I have like 2 library books, and when I'm in the middle. The next book, I have really big love for all things Peter Pan. I was obsessed with Peter Pan for a while when I was a kid, and I started to get back into the obsession with Once Upon a Time. I haven't gotten anywhere near to the point where he's in it, but I know that Peter Pan is in Once Upon a Time, and I bought the Peter Pan, like J.M. Barrie's Peter Pan book, and then I got like a retelling of Peter Pan, which I also enjoyed, and I just really enjoyed Peter Pan. So when I seen this for really cheap. The Second Star by Leslie B. Sheenmill, which is a modern Peter Pan that is nothing. Is that a boy? Oh, that is a boy. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought that this was a bisexual. I got a little excited. That's okay. Still really looking forward to this. I just enjoy reading about anything Peter Pan. Oh, it's California Neverland. Sounds good. It's a small book. I can read it quickly. Most of these books are small. I haven't really been able to get through big books. Been in a little bit of reading slump again, so I've just been picking small books and slowly making my way back up. Okay, so the last book is Burn for Burn, but I'm really gonna mess up these names. Jenny Han and Saban Vivian. I know that this is about witches. I've seen quite a bit about them. I've seen quite a bit about it. I know it's 3 friends who, I guess they're not friends apparently, it says right there, not friends. 3 girls who team up because they at school are going through shit. Yeah, they're going through shit and they decide to team up and the world just isn't working great for them. So they decide to take things into their own hand with witchcraft. Definitely something I don't recommend whatsoever if you're going to use it for that. It's a little bent, but I'm not going to complain because it's a very interesting cover. I quite like it. Anyway, so that's all the books I have for today. Yeah. I guess I could haul another book, which I recently got. Exciting news. I didn't recently get it, that's why, but I haven't hauled it. I got Lady Midnight. It's sitting at the bottom of my shelf. It's real exciting. That's not the point. Anyway. So yeah, that's all I have for today. Nothing too remotely exciting, I suppose. So yeah, you learned a little bit about my favorite bookstore in the whole world, which is Book Record. I hope you enjoyed the video. Wow, it's been a while since I've actually filmed a video. I'm trying to think of what my outro is. I think it's, if you're watching this, have a good day or night, and if you're watching this at night, and it is 3 a.m. in the morning, go to bed. Honestly, go to bed. Because I don't know how y'all can do it, but I went to bed at midnight last night, and I can barely keep my eyes open. I almost fell asleep in my English class. So I slept in my spare, or attempted to, and just watched my good old Grey's Anatomy because I'm on a kick. Anyway, yeah. I don't really know what else to say. Bye. Hope you enjoyed.